Could your loved one be quietly entering the final year of their life without anyone noticing? One day they're sleeping more, eating less, seeming distant. You tell yourself it's just old age, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the body beginning to say goodbye. It's a subject we'd all rather avoid, but recognizing the signs early can help you show up in the most meaningful way before time slips away. We all want the people we care about to age with grace, joy, and health. But subtle shifts in daily habits might not just be signs of aging. They could be the body's way of slowing down for good. In today's video, we'll walk through 5 important signs that may indicate your loved one is entering their final year of life. These signs aren't meant to alarm you. They're meant to empower you with awareness and compassion. If this video resonates with you, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss more heartfelt and practical guidance on elder care. Let's get started. The first sign to pay attention to is a change in sleep patterns. When an aging loved one starts sleeping more during the day and struggling to rest at night, it's easy to chalk it up to getting older. But in many cases, it's something more, something deeper. As the body begins to wind down, its rhythms shift. Sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented. And this isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can be a critical signal. When the brain doesn't get restorative sleep, it can't do its nightly job, clearing toxins, repairing itself, supporting memory. Over time, poor sleep weakens the immune system, increases the risk of heart issues, and accelerates cognitive decline. Take Carol, for example, an 80-year-old woman who had always slept soundly. Then suddenly she was waking up every night at 2 a.m. Within weeks, she developed irregular heartbeats. One morning she fainted. Her doctors later linked it to poor sleep and early signs of dementia. That shift in her sleep routine, it wasn't random, it was her body signaling something was wrong. And it's not just about physical health. Sleep problems can also lead to feelings of isolation, confusion, and emotional withdrawal. That's why instead of brushing it off, it's important to gently encourage your loved one to speak with a doctor. With some small, thoughtful changes, like turning off screens before bed, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, and avoiding heavy meals at night, you can help improve their rest and overall well-being. Because sleep isn't just about rest, it's the body's quiet way of healing, protecting, and holding on. And one day, when they don't wake up, you'll want to know you did everything you could to make their days more comfortable, their nights more peaceful. When sleep begins to fade, so often the rest of life follows. And that's why noticing this change, while there's still time, can mean everything. And that's often when you start to notice changes in your elderly loved one's mobility. Have they been having more trouble getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or even walking from room to room? If so, you're not alone, and your concern is valid. These changes aren't always just part of getting older. Slower movement, aches, or stiffness can signal muscle loss, heart issues, or even early signs of neurological conditions. Most of us don't think much about mobility until we see someone we care about struggling with it. But the truth is, mobility is closely tied to overall health and longevity. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that declining mobility often points to a drop in physical function, and that puts older adults at higher risk for falls, injury, and even stroke. The longer it goes unchecked, the harder it is to bounce back. That's why catching the early signs matters. Gentle daily activity, like short walks, stretching, or basic chair exercises, can go a long way in keeping muscles strong and joints flexible. It helps maintain independence and reduces the risk of future health issues. So if you've noticed your loved one slowing down or having trouble moving, don't brush it off. Take a closer look. Even small steps today, like suggesting a short walk or helping set up a simple exercise routine, can make a huge difference down the road. Have you seen any changes in how your loved one moves? If so, now's the time to start supporting them before it becomes harder to turn things around. And while mobility is key to staying independent, it often goes hand in hand with another overlooked area: appetite. Have you noticed your loved one eating less or losing interest in meals? That quiet change can be one of the earliest and most important health signals. A shrinking appetite in older adults isn't just about taste. It can be a sign of a slowed digestive system, hormone shifts, or early warning signs of serious conditions like cognitive decline or cancer. And because many older adults don't want to worry anyone, they might not say a word. But the consequences are real. Without proper nutrition, the body begins to lose strength, immunity drops, and fatigue creeps in. Tasks they used to handle with ease, cooking, dressing, even walking, can become exhausting. And once muscle mass and energy start to slip, it's much harder to get them back. The good news: there are simple ways to help. Try introducing lighter, easy-to-eat meals, soups, smoothies, soft foods, or smaller portions of nutrient-dense dishes. Switching up flavors or textures can help spark interest too. And regular checkups are key for catching underlying issues early before they become serious. If you've noticed your loved one growing thinner or skipping meals more often, it's time to take action. Their appetite is telling you something. Listen closely, support gently, and don't wait, because the right care now can prevent much bigger problems later. Small, nutritious meals can be a powerful way to help your loved ones stay healthy and avoid unexpected health risks. If you're still watching and found these insights helpful, drop the number 3 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll always know when new content drops. Your support means the world and helps us keep creating meaningful, uplifting videos like this one. When the body isn't getting the nutrition it needs, it's not just physical strength that takes a hit. Mental clarity can fade too. You might notice it in how your loved ones communicate. Maybe they talk less, forget things more often, or seem distracted during everyday conversations. These aren't just small quirks. They're signs of cognitive and social changes that deserve attention. Have you ever noticed a loved one struggling to remember simple details or drifting out of conversations more than usual? These aren't just signs of aging. They may be early indicators of cognitive decline, including dementia or Alzheimer's disease. A drop in communication, memory lapses, or difficulty expressing thoughts can be the first signs that something deeper is happening. Research shows that about 1 in 9 people over 65 experience significant memory issues, but early recognition can make a huge difference. Picture someone who once thrived in a career, loved being around others, but now forgets the names of close friends or recent events. That shift from mild forgetfulness to deeper memory loss can be slowed if we act early. When these signs are missed, the impact can be serious: isolation, a fading sense of independence, and a shrinking world. But with consistent support, like encouraging mental activities, having regular conversations, or simply staying socially connected, we can help slow the decline and preserve their quality of life. A little forgetfulness may seem harmless, but that's the moment to act. By stepping in early, you're not just helping protect their memory, you're helping them stay connected to life. Small things like daily chats, memory games, or even sharing old family stories can go a long way in building confidence and keeping their mind active. As communication and memory begin to fade, your loved one might talk less, retreat from social situations, or lose interest in things they once loved. That silence, if left unaddressed, can quietly erode both mental and physical health. Have you ever felt a loved one pulling away, skipping family dinners, avoiding calls, or just seeming more distant? That shift isn't always about mood. It can be a warning sign. Loneliness isn't just about being alone. It's a signal that the heart and mind might be struggling. Older adults who feel disconnected are more likely to experience sadness, anxiety, and even depression. That's why staying engaged matters. Sometimes a simple check-in, a shared laugh, or an afternoon visit can change everything. So let's keep noticing. Let's keep reaching out, because every moment of connection you create can lift someone's spirit and strengthen their health for years to come. This kind of isolation can weaken the immune system, raise the risk of serious health problems, and even shorten life expectancy. In fact, a study by the National Institute on Aging found that social isolation can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That might sound extreme, but it's very real. Take Evelyn, for example. She's 81 and lives in San Diego. For years, she was active in a book club and a choir group. But after her husband passed away, she slowly pulled back from those social circles. Within a year, she felt constantly tired, lost weight without trying, and became forgetful. Her doctor didn't find a specific illness. Her mind and body were simply wearing down under the weight of long-term isolation. Then her granddaughter stepped in, bringing her back into community groups. Just a few months later, Evelyn was eating well again, singing her favorite songs, and even teaching neighborhood kids how to cook. That's the power of connection. Loneliness, when it lingers, doesn't just hurt the heart emotionally, it weakens it physically. It raises the risk of stroke, heart disease, and cognitive decline. But healing doesn't have to mean big changes. Sometimes it's a morning phone call, a shared trip to the store, sitting quietly together while old songs play. These tiny gestures become lifelines, threads that pull someone back into the rhythm of life. Because in the end, it's often the smallest connections that keep us going. At this point, you might be thinking, do any of these 5 signs remind you of someone you care about? Maybe it's the way they nap through the afternoon, or that faraway look when you try to chat, or the dinner they left mostly untouched without saying a word. These little things, they're quiet alarm bells, and you, more than anyone, are close enough to hear them. Noticing these shifts isn't about panic, it's about presence, it's about love, it's about being there, truly there, in the time that still matters. Because love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's a shared meal, a helping hand, a smile as they tell you that same story again. Life isn't measured in years, it's measured in how deeply we show up for one another. If this video gave you something to think about, pass it along to someone who might need to hear it too. Leave a comment, share who came to mind, or one small thing you plan to do for them today. And if these reflections resonated with you, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. That way we can keep having more of these quiet but meaningful conversations. Thanks for watching all the way through. I truly believe you'll know what to do when it matters most.